Hi, my name is Daniel Crossley and I'm the Sales Engineering Manager for Logarithm in the UK. In the next few minutes, I'd like to introduce you to MistNet NDR by Logarithm. Firstly, what it is, second of all, why you should consider it, and lastly, how it works. MistNet is a network detection and response platform that applies machine learning and other analytics to network traffic to detect malicious traffic that other security tools might have missed. In short, it will help you catch bad guys operating on the network. It does this by continuously analyzing network traffic to identify attack indicators. It will then correlate multiple attack indicators and only raise them as an incident when it has a sufficiently high certainty level. This avoids erroneous alerts and means that only highly qualified security incidents are raised for further investigation. Why should you consider it? MistNet builds models that reflect normal network behavior. This means that abnormal network traffic is identified and qualified with signature-based rules to identify potential attacks. Let's talk about an example. Malware communications. What is very common in any major cyber intrusion is an initial malware implant. In a successful intrusion, the malware implant will evade endpoint security and reach out to the attacker over the network. This gives us an opportunity for detection. Let's look at this in a bit more detail. Here is an example showing how a malware implant will attempt to evade detection of its beaconing activity using what's called a domain generation algorithm. This is just an example of a Python script showing how a domain generation algorithm simply reshuffles the first 6 characters in a domain request. What this effectively means is that the malware implant will attempt to connect to an attacker-owned infrastructure over the internet, making a series of requests to random-looking domains. This can be quite difficult to detect, and if it's successful, it will provide the attacker an initial backdoor access to the network, where they will then carry on to do some bad stuff. To tie this back to MistNet, if we can identify the behavior of malware beaconing in this manner, we have the opportunity for detection. Here is an example of an incident that MistNet raised after I ran the DGA Python script shown earlier. If we look closely at the incident details, we can see that MistNet has correlated a total of 72 different indicators. It has tied these together into a single incident and is now notifying us that this endpoint is the victim of a malware infection. If we scroll down a little bit more and look at the timeline, we can see that this incident is based on a number of anomalous observations, including behaviors such as an unusual round trip time and an unusual number of NX domain failures. NX stands for non-existent, and a large count of these is just one way we can identify possible DGA activity. Scrolling down just a little bit more, we can see the transaction logs associated with these detections along with the enriched metadata, which actually includes the MITRE attack technique mapping. More about this shortly. How does MistNet NDR work? MistNet continuously monitors network traffic and will inspect all traffic on a link in depth for signs of suspicious activity. MistNet uses a combination of non-signature-based analytical techniques and signature-based analytics to detect malicious activity operating on the network. MistNet also creates an extensive set of logs describing network activity. These logs include not only a comprehensive record of every connection, but also application layer transcripts, including HTTP sessions, SSL certificates, and DNS requests. This allows us to perform proactive threat hunting activities quite easily using the MistNet UI. MistNet also provides a mapping to MITRE attack techniques, which is very useful for anyone who's trying to align their detections to MITRE. MistNet is available standalone or as an add-on feature to the existing Logarithm SIEM. In summary, MistNet is a network detection and response platform that combines a number of analytical techniques to detect malicious activity on your network. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found that informative. If you'd like any further information or an end-to-end demonstration, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Thank you.